day, everybody. Terry Foster here for the Terry Foster podcast here. And I have a huge question. Is football or youth sports as we know it dying? And our panel discussion will be with JD the Smack.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening.
Yes, and also we have Ryan.
What up, fella?
We got to come up with a nickname for you.
Whatever you guys think of.
We'll come up with something.
Okay.
And we have E.Lund.
Hello.
Uber Eric over there talking about that. Now, Ryan, you are a youth football coach.
Yes, sir.
And your ball club, you had a pretty good little ball club this year.
Yep.
What are you seeing as far as numbers, comments from parents, whether they want their kids to play? Is there any diminishing in youth sports or youth football?
Yeah, big time. Definitely in youth football. Just from experience, like you said, like today or this year, our numbers were 22 kids. 22 kids this year in youth football. And yes, it's parents afraid their kids are going to get hurt. And also, though, what they're doing is going outside of the school. So it's more of the programs of like a booster program of Hawks and Gators and all that that's in the Wallet community. They're taking their kids out of the schools to play and playing that more, just like in high schools. High schools freshman sports are shot. They're getting killed. They're done. Out of here, an example of a school, their freshman football program had exactly the same amount of kids we did, 22. No JV football. Past 2 years, no JV. So that's pretty sad to hear right there.
So you have a freshman team and no JV team.
Because that means you didn't have enough 10th graders, basically.
Okay.
I mean, so you boosted them up. I had two kids from my last year team in 8th grade go to this school and work on varsity because they were way too big to play on freshmen. Would have made JV all day, but since they didn't have JV, they bumped right on that.
They went right to the varsity team as freshmen.
Right up to them. And, hey, they both started and played, tight end and lineman.
See, where my kid goes to school, they always say we're going to have a freshman soccer team, and they never do. It's always just JV and varsity, and I think those numbers are down in soccer too.
Is it because of the rise of AAU sports, youth travel teams, and the like?
Oh, that's 100%, I believe. Especially with you saying that in baseball, softball, a lot of kids. That's what they're doing. They're playing travel all year. They get more showtime, more publicity, more people looking at them. So they don't go to the high school as much.
Yeah. Well, I know that in soccer and hockey, travel teams are way more competitive.
Yeah.
High school is kind of like, I'm not going to say it's a joke, but it's kind of not the same.
I mean, I think it's high school teams are where you go when you can't make a travel team.
But isn't that sad, though? Like when, I don't know, in our days, you didn't play to think you were the king of God of everything. You played to have fun and build a friendship with people, not to think that you were just the best athlete in the world no matter what you did.
Right. But let's look at the issue of concussions. Is that why football is down? If you want to pinpoint that?
My opinion, yes, because parents are worried about that, but it's all about, I'm not trying to give myself 8 pats on the back, but it's all about the coaching of the technique of tackling. If you're still going to teach your kids to tackle head first, they're going to get hurt. You got to tackle from the sides.
Now,
What do you tell your kids?
Tackle from the sides, hit at legs. I mean, not your knees, but you wrap up at your legs.
Okay.
But I've never seen you mention pad level, so you're good.
Yeah, but I don't know what's funny though. I get what he means when he says the pad level. He sounds like a complete tool saying it, but I get what he means. It's the level of the pads of hitting somebody. I honestly, I really do get what he means. You just don't need to say it.
Right. And we're talking about
Rod
famous
Marinelli.
Lions coach Rod Marinelli with the pad level.
Right.
When he cussed me out, he talked about pad level.
I mean, but I do feel that of any sport, like boosters will always save football. They will, no matter high school. Boosters will save football. Period. You won't see like me and my dad talked about this of freshman sports and everything is already going away. Well, freshman football. Once you get a couple might start barking a little bit, I think boosters will kind of save as much as they can. It really is. I'm going back. It's the baseball and basketball, or baseball and softball that are really going to take the hit. It's the kid who was a good athlete, who could have made a freshman baseball team easily and had an awesome year and keep moving up in the railings. And now it's you got to make JV right away as a freshman and probably only have 2 spots opened up on that roster, that's the kid I feel bad for. And those are the kids that are going to be missing all this kind of stuff.
Right. Well, my kid, Brandon, does not want to hit, and he doesn't want to get hit. So football is out of the equation. But if he came around and said, I want to play football, I would let him. I wouldn't say, okay, the concussion thing is really dangerous, son. You can't play. I would just let him play.
But he plays soccer, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, there's the possibility of...
There's a concussion problem in soccer
Yeah.
that nobody talks about because nobody gives a damn.
Concussion in basketball too. Head hitting the ground, right? Concussion. I mean, any sport you play, you can get hurt.
And in girls soccer, there is a huge problem with ACL injuries. Real big problems.
I'm not saying this is the right theory, and I never really got hurt. I never got hurt playing football. And one way is
you're just a badass.
No, it's just
go ahead, say it.
It's not too
I was so damn tough, nobody could mess with me.
It was just if you played worried that you were gonna get hurt,
you would get hurt.
You got hurt. You just go out there and play and have fun. I mean, stuff happens. That's life. But if you play out there worried about getting hurt, and that's what a lot of kids now are with their. Oh my God, Johnny's gonna get so hurt. Wrap up in the bubble. No, let him go out there and play.
Bubble
you're bubble wrapping them, right? I mean,
well, what do you do when somebody gets hurt and their parents come running from the stands? Do you tell them get out of here?
No,
I got this handled. Or
no, especially in the middle school, that's still a young child. Parent comes right down there and right away they say their head hurts. You're scratched. Get the pads off. We're gonna take it off. Yeah, give you a finger count. But no matter what, they said their head hurts. And the middle school football, you're done for the day.
Okay.
Honestly.
And
Smack, do you have any kids?
No kids.
If you had a son, would you allow him to play football?
Yes, I would.
No hesitation.
No.
What about you, E.Lund?
I don't have any kids, and I'd have to give that serious consideration because of concussions. Concussions can be a lifetime detriment to you if you suffer multiple ones early in life. And I think there's a lot of solid research and study out there that shows that NFL players who have killed themselves more or less due to sustained brain damage from concussions.
Also, though,
So if I'm Junior Eric, we got to have a discussion.
A very serious discussion, yes.
But also those guys, and I'm not trying to knock away, and they've had problems. But you got to think of the life they've had also with the supplements they were taking and alcohol and that all piles up on a body. Yes, football is a dangerous sport. That's why.
So you don't think it's just the blows?
No,
it's
I
other
don't.
stuff.
No, I don't. I think it's a whole cocktail.
The combination of
whole cocktail of everything.
Of everything, yeah.
Of everything. And that's why again we patted cake on the NFL. They like to sweep a lot of stuff underneath the rug.
Well, because they they are the biggest target out there. Like Terry said, no one's talking about concussions in soccer. No one's dogging MLS. No one's talking about the Premier League, about the concussions in the Premiership.
Not at all. I mean, you get a hockey player who takes a puck, the line drawing to the head, and they're like, yeah, he's good. He's gonna.
He's a hockey player.
He's tough.
Yeah,
he'll just brush it off. That's right.
I mean, a sport that's not very popular, a game of lacrosse or rugby, these dudes are knocking the snot out of each other, and why don't you hear about that?
With no helmets.
I mean, with no helmets. I mean,
but the helmets are adding weight, and that's part of the problem too. Is all the extra pads and everything are giving you more mass, more velocity,
bigger, faster, stronger. I'll always go back to that movie they made, and it's true. Bigger, faster, stronger. You don't see Lyman fat, Lomas Brown. You don't see those guys anymore. You see huge tree trunks coming at you, fast as can be, strong as hell. Why? Because supplements getting pumped in these machines all day. My opinion. Off season, hey, let's have some
Okay,
off spring
Ryan,
training.
does your team play on turf or grass?
Oh, grass. We're now. Hey, no, we got.
No, we're in the suburbs. Got a little money.
They had 2 awesome games at Warwick Northern this year on the turf and Warwick Central. It was pretty cool for
playing
the
on
kids.
grass will get you suspended 4 games in the NFL.
That's
Broom, boom.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's go back to the grass stains and the mud. That's what football is all about.
Right. And it slows down the game a little bit. And I don't think injuries are as big a part of football when you're on grass or the mud it is on turf.
Well, you're absolutely right. To me, in my opinion, with the ACLs, there's a lot because of the turf. That turf gives you that little pole giveaway.
Right.
Like you ever gone up to like the Oakland Yard or the Total Soccer places? You'll hear about a lot of guys getting bad ACL because the turf just kind of pulls up and snags on him there. It's a
Right.
weird. It's a different
that
feeling.
That turf isn't as secured as a high school field. It will give away. It'll slip. And,
Oh, yeah.
and it'll do a lot of things
because
on it,
of the crunched up tires that's up under.
Yeah.
Or the fact they're just rolling out there and don't secure it. That's just like the carpeting at home. But at least at the home here, we have it stapled down everything. It's not stapled down there.
Oh no.
So that's the big difference.
And-
So will we have football as we know it 20 years from now?
Oh wow.
And
I
how
think
will
so.
it be different?
There will be some differences. There'll be more protection of players, starting with the quarterback.
So it's not going to be as we know it now.
How much more?
Yeah, we don't have the kickoff anymore.
I mean,
For the
it's
most
funny.
part.
It's funny you got not saying you guys are that much more older than me, but my dad
We
my dad just brought up this scenario today of what he watched football as back in his day, and he's 68, and what it is now, how much it's changed, and it has changed. And I look at it what I watch. It has changed so much. It's not a run down your throat game anymore. It's a pass. It's a let the receivers catch touchdowns.
have more
We want
skilled people
points.
now.
But DBs can't cover. We can still knock the snot out of you, but if that hit might be fine. Just so
Back
you know.
then, you couldn't wear white shoes.
Get
You
out
had
of here.
to wear black shoes.
Get out of here, really?
That's right.
Never knew that. Okay.
Joe Namath wore white shoes. I mean, they made fun of him, but
Why?
he said, forget it.
Why is that?
It just wasn't
It
done.
was-
Yeah.
Unwritten
Yeah.
rule.
and the NFL has so many of those uniform rules. I mean,
Oh.
like Terry said, they have guys working at these NFL games, and all their job is write down
Check it off.
uniform violations.
Well, you see all these players now who, before the game, ESPN or someone will post that, they're wearing these cleats as a tribute. You really think they get those cleats on the field? No. They warmed in warm up, right?
Yep.
And then was warm up
And they
time,
got to
yeah,
take them off.
Get them off, and yeah,
The guy with the checklist,
Yeah.
said, nah, you can't wear those.
dang straight.
You're
Or
done.
you're getting a huge fine, right? Because that's what it is nowadays. When we go back to hitting, if a defensive guy lays somebody out pretty good, they're just going to fine them. And it's like, well,
Right, but you know what the NFL used to do? They used to allow them to knock the snot out of somebody and then make a tape about it.
yeah.
NFL
Hard
greatest
hits.
hits.
Right.
Yeah. But that is football. I mean, that's the quick slant coming across, the guy getting cremated, a guy go reach. That's football. And that's what those guys, what they say, put their body in line for them. That's why. That's what football is all about. I mean,
we may not have the quick slant.
we might taking my quick slant
you
away
can
too.
only pass on the perimeter.
Yeah.
Everyone is going to have the Eli Manning helmet in the future.
Oh, what about that Don Beebe back in the day? Come on, that Don Beebe helmet.
Yeah, looking like Kazoo. Of course, you don't know who Kazoo is.
No, I don't.
Kazoo was this little. Was he? No, he wasn't a Martian. He was.
He was a Martian.
He was a
Was he
paranoid
Martian?
delusion of Fred Flintstone.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, he had a
Yes,
big helmet
yes.
on.
Yes.
Hanging out. Yes, I know what you're talking
that
about.
guy.
Now. Okay, that's Don Beebe.
I
Yeah.
know you're a young guy. I just want to make sure you knew what's going on.
All right.
But Kazoo was a good guy.
Okay.
He's a great guy.
Get a conversation one day, you and Kazoo.
No, not.
Oh, okay.
Well, sometimes after a long night at the bar, maybe
Yeah.
I see Kazoo or his woman Kazam.
I got a feeling Kazoo would have told you hit that chick back in the day too.
Nah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I missed that one.
No, the story. The story.
No, somebody hit on me in the
No,
gym.
no,
I
I'm talking
made a
about.
mistake.
I'm talking about
Oh, the woman with the
what she said. Kazoo would have said, "Hey, man, just do what you got to do,
Smack
real
was
quick."
No, Smack was
Yeah,
here.
he was.
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
he was
wasn't
not here.
No.
What happened, Smack, was I got with this woman who lived across the hall,
Okay.
made me dinner and all this kind of stuff. Next thing I knew, we're in the bedroom. White girl. So I'm like, all right, cool. It was-
Yeah.
right.
Awesome.
But here's where she messed up. She said, do you know why I like you? I said, no, I don't know why. She said, I like you because you're not a nigger. So that blew my whole romantic feeling. And I was like, damn, really?
Yeah, she
Bitch
got
had
smacked.
to go there?
She had to get smacked. Sorry.
So now, hey,
Would you,
now, hey,
no. The question was, would you continue to smack it?
smack it in her face or smack her on a booty.
No. She,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I was already aroused, ready to go. And she had to say that stuff.
Yeah.
I backed down. My boys told me I should hit it anyway.
No.
They said they called me something.
I think Rico said you should have hit it too.
I know Rico said I should have hit it. I just couldn't do it. I had to take one for Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, even though I didn't know who he was at the time.
Al might have told you to hit it too. I don't know.
No, Al would, yeah. He would have combed his
that
perm and said,
that was
"Hey, gone after
tracksuit
it."
wearing out at that time.
Yep.
Oh man.
But I didn't hit it.
No, I wouldn't have either. I mean, there's stuff that you just you
Now
don't get to
draws
come
are
back.
down. You know,
I'm sorry you don't get to come back from.
Your butt
There's stuff
naked.
you don't get to come back from.
You couldn't just piggyback off the line real fast and be like, all right, I'm just gonna hit it real quick and
The
just
brow
never...
was unbuttoned.
Yeah. You know.
Hair was messed up. I mean, we were ready to go.
Yeah.
I backed down from it.
All right.
All right,
Give you a
thank you.
pound,
Fist
thank you.
pump.
Well,
all right.
You got
thank
one.
brother.
You got smacked.
All right.
Because
Smack's
Zam's on my side, but
Right. You would have done anyway, so that's all right.
yes.
All right, you listen to the Terry Foster podcast here with JD, the Smack. We also have Ryan, who we have to come up with a nickname before we're done. And also E.Lund, the Uber driver, who's looking good today with his Hawkins Middle School stuff on.
there
so
we
looking
go.
great.
Okay, you know what this is. Hawkins Middle School? It's where the kids go to school in Stranger Things. And they're all part of the AV club on the show.
I don't watch that.
Okay. Obviously, a lot of people don't watch it as much as people think people watch it. They don't, because I've had about a half a dozen people's like, oh, do you teach there or did you go there? Like, no,
same thing.
I did not attend a fictional middle school.
I was going to ask you that, too.
I looked over about to say, why didn't you get on the middle school football talk real quick?
Right.
I didn't, okay.
No, it's the Stranger Things
cool.
kids.
Cool. All
What
right.
they do, because they're dorks.
Welcome back to the Terry Foster podcast. I'm with JD the Smack, and he will smack your ass. And along with Ryan, who wants a nickname, why don't we just call you Coach Ryan? All right.
You and
So it has to be approved by you.
well, or no, not at all. But I got a feeling you three will come up with something that's just
What about
awesome.
Ironhead? Because you're starting to get a little bit belligerent.
Uncle Rico? No.
No.
We'll figure out something.
And we have Uber Eric also here, so we're going to talk about things. Fellas, here's something I want to see. We already had Conor McDavid against Floyd Mayweather. They boxed. I want to see them go at it again, but this time MMA. And I saw something today where Conor McGregor said that Floyd doesn't want him in MMA, and he'll kick his ass and bring it to my terms. And I say, let's go for it. I would actually pay to go see that. I did not see Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather because I thought it was going to be boring. End up not being boring, but I want to see what Floyd Mayweather can do in MMA. I'd pay to see that. Fellas, going to join me or not?
Yeah.
It will last less than one round.
Less than 1 second.
Yeah, it's-
No. It's not gonna
Floyd
be
would
1
tap
second.
out.
Yeah.
Dude, as soon as he gets him on the ground, it's done.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but he's got to get him on the ground because the first thing to do is what? Box?
Floyd has never seen a kick come at his head. Honestly.
I think, we said Conor McGregor would suck at boxing.
No.
and he would be done.
Not we said.
No, we said.
I didn't say that. I thought Conor would be pretty decent because honestly, when I see Conor fight in the octagon, He's a better stand-up and fighter than he is on the ground.
But then he was totally outmatched
See,
as a boxer.
watching that
I
fight,
think Floyd will surprise you. He won't win, but he'll surprise you a little bit.
surprised how fast he taps out.
Not gonna
No,
tap out.
I watched
First
that.
round.
Yeah, I watched that fight,
And not a long first round.
and I thought Conor. I mean, granted, one thing that bothered me
So
was
you trying to say Floyd Mayweather is a puss?
No, it's
Whoa,
just not
yeah.
what he does.
yeah,
Well,
Mayweather's a bad man.
boxing is not what Conor McGregor does. He does a little boxing, but he doesn't just sit there and box.
But he did pretty. You don't throw punches with him is different.
He surprised people a little bit. I think Floyd Mayweather will surprise you a little
But
bit.
You think
striking
Mayweather-
is part of MMA? All the other things that happen in MMA are not part of boxing. So he wouldn't. He would throw one punch. McGregor might grab his arm or something, and then he's on the ground. Once he's on the ground, he'll have no idea what to do.
Can Mayweather give me one roundhouse kick, one Van Damme kick, anything? Give me one of them.
Even if he gets kicked, he's not gonna go away. But once he gets his ass on the ground, he's in trouble. But you got to get him there.
Terry.
Foot to the head, man. Foot to the head, dude. It's brutal,
A
man.
little credit.
And then he'll dive at his ankles and just throw him down. It wouldn't. No. And Floyd knows
All
that.
right.
I think Floyd would be enough man to admit that. I really do.
No, he won't.
Well,
He's too arrogant. Now, I don't know if you saw this film, but there's this guy on Game of Thrones. I don't know who he is. He's one of those big soldiers.
Okay.
He's 6'9", 400 pounds.
That's the arm wrestling guy they have everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and Conor McGregor did kind of an MMA thing. He kept, Conor would hit him, and the guy would just kind of laugh. It didn't bother him at all. Didn't hurt him.
But they would never fight officially because their weight classes are so
He's
different.
as big as Andre the Giant.
He's 6'9", 400 pounds.
What is a wrestling term? That's a giant versus Tito Santana.
Right. He said he would have killed Conor McGregor in the ring.
For sure.
And he's an actor.
I can't remember what that guy's name is too, because they had him doing a lot of. They had him in some arm wrestling competition too. I remember seeing that.
There's
thing.
some big people
He's
on that show.
He's humongous. Whatever
You know
that
who
guy's
else is
name.
big on there? The big lady.
What?
There's a fighter on there on Game of Thrones. They call her the big lady.
Oh, because she's an MMA fighter, wasn't she, or no?
I don't know. She's just big.
No, that's your show that you were talking about. That's your new bucket list. Your new catching up.
And I
binge
need
watching a little bit.
Well, I guess I need to catch up with.
But you're
what's
watching
the thing
Game of
with
Thrones
Kevin
right now,
Spacey.
right?
No, I already watched
Oh, you
that.
did?
But I need to catch up with House of Cards
Before it goes away.
before it goes away.
Yeah. What is up with Spacey with that, huh?
I guess he likes young fellas.
Fellas. Yeah.
Fellas.
It's not so much that he likes young fellas.
Yeah.
He harasses and gropes them.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God, man. I mean.
And for him to come out and to say, "Oh, it's okay, I'm gay."
Oh, that's what he. Oh, I didn't see that picture. So he's, hey, I'm just gay. I'm all right. That's what he did,
Right.
huh?
So that just feeds into the stereotype that gay men are after young boys.
Right.
Yeah.
And
not,
that's
So don't have your kids and your gay people.
not necessarily that he's a sicko lost in the head that he's going to try to piggyback on something else.
The
That-
dudes
yeah.
that mess with young boys are heterosexuals.
My opinion, Spacey needs to.
Jerry
probably-
Sandusky was married.
Right.
Wasn't Fogel, Jared Fogel, the subway clown? Wasn't
Right.
he? Yeah.
Right.
Something.
He was married. He was heterosexual. And
I have not had a Subway sandwich since.
Sorry,
not.
you've boycotted.
I have not had a Subway sandwich since that.
So should I stop House of Cards?
I don't. Well, I believe, and I believe Subway knew a little bit more what was going on. My opinion is, I will not have a Subway sandwich ever again. I won't.
wow.
I still got to finish House of Cards.
Well, yeah, if it's a good show, finish it out.
Yeah,
but you
I'm
can
sorry.
giggle every
I'm
time.
sorry.
Every time you see
Every
Kevin
time I see
Spacey,
Kevin
yeah.
Spacey, I'm gonna say, "Damn, dude, really? You can't keep your hands off of Mike?"
Yeah. What the heck, man?
But that brings the interesting question up of, can you differentiate between the art and the artist? Can you still enjoy something even though the person is just despicable? I'll give you for instance, Chris Benoit.
Boom! I was up to hit on that.
Great wrestler, did a despicable thing, killed his wife, killed his kid, killed himself. But I can still watch the matches and appreciate what he did.
No way. And it's funny that you say that too, because I was going to bring Benoit up too. And I remember, I was a huge wrestling guy at that time, that Raw, because WCW just got bought out, he came to Raw, and all of a sudden it opened up with a tribute to him. You're like, whoa, what the hell? What's going on here? You're hearing about Chris Benoit dying, passing away. You're like, wow, this is so sad. Well, the next day, WWF found out what really happened.
But here's the sad thing. Here's the sad thing. If we knew about all these people who are so famous, we knew everything about them, we wouldn't watch anybody.
No, you're absolutely right.
Because they do a lot of despicable things, mean things, blah, 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 blah.
You're absolutely right. It's funny in seeing the Benoit thing today. I'm a big nerd, and some WWF thing came across
are you? Really?
Came across my site today, and it was about Eddie Guerrero passing away. And the guy who was most tore up was Benoit on the stage. And you're sitting here looking at this guy who, by far, was a huge roid head, huge pill person, had a huge bunch of demons in his head.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what with that.
I can't kill anybody.
Well, no,
I can never get myself.
Family, man. My family's my everything.
I can never get in a state where I want to kill somebody I really love.
By the way, concussions had a lot to do with his state of mind.
So then we go again. Not just
so
football.
should we forgive him?
Or should we work so our kids not going to joke or professional wrestling anymore then?
How often is that happening?
Probably a lot.
You
Getting
need
hit in
to
the
have
head with
that
chairs,
conversation.
getting head slammed on their head. Honestly, though, I bet you wrestling, that happens a lot,
they
too,
have a lot
man.
of concussions,
Oh,
too.
no, they do. They
That
totally
one
do.
day when Lesnar, they had Brock Lesnar, he's a freaking tree trunk. We all know Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
It was a backstage footage of him when, I think he was fighting Undertaker. He was out cold. He had no idea where he
you're
even
talking
was.
WrestleMania versus Kurt Angle, and he tried to do the shooting star press
Got
off
dropped.
the top rope, and he misjudged it, and he slammed his head right into the canvas. He was out for a second or two.
Ow! I guarantee a lot of
You go back and watch the footage, you can see it happen.
I mean, look into that too. So a family member, a parent doesn't want their kid, which not a lot of people go into professional wrestling, but playing football. But in wrestling, you have to have a certain physique, right?
Right.
You do.
Have to be big.
Oh, no.
Had to be in shape,
You
yeah.
haven't seen a lot of indie wrestling. You can have any physique.
That doesn't pay. That's not people. They shoot their goal to make it up to like any sport to make it the big leagues, and to get the big leagues.
Smack could be a wrestler.
Well, I always heard, you say Vince McMahon.
Got a big head, big thighs.
Hey, now.
He could be a
And
wrestler.
you're finishing moves, smacking somebody, right?
The big smack.
But it's so, with wrestling, and I don't know. Wrestling has been lost to me since Stone Cold and The Rock.
Yeah.
That rivalry back in the day was must-see TV when Raw would beat Monday Night Football in ratings.
Yes.
Now
By a
it's
large margin, too.
yeah. Now it's it's guys is like
They lose the
Brock
SpongeBob
Lesnar.
SquarePants.
right. Do you really?
Who watches wrestling now? What is that demographic? Is that young
honestly,
fellas now?
No, yeah,
women watch it?
But oh yeah, man, and that's what. Well, they got a lot more women watching now. These divas and the divas.
Oh, they dropped that term. It's women's division now.
Sorry, women's division.
Sorry.
Hashtag me too. Anyway,
Nice.
yeah. Wrestling is that, but it's still really popular. My buddy always made a comment to us because I would go, man, it's hugely soap opera-ish now. Like they are so cheesy.
It's
And he
always
goes-
been soap
And that's what he goes,
operas. Come on now.
dude, just go back and watch it. And it's like you watch it, then you're going, oh yeah, man. I remember when NWO came on WCW. I'm watching this, going, yep, that was pretty cheesy how they just did that.
Well, speaking of concussions, I saw this video of this woman who's a wrestler. She's like 6'8", 6'9", weighs 220 pounds. She's picking up two dudes at once by the neck and slamming their head into the canvas. That's got to be a concussion there because it was so loud.
And it's real.
Well, the ring's
Get
rigged.
out of here, dude.
Well, I mean, speaking of WrestleMania, WrestleMania 35, 2019 will be at Ford Field.
Ooh, that's what they're
wow.
shooting.
That
Really?
got confirmed?
Is that
My
a
little-
smack
I
confirmed?
think that's a smack
A little
scoop.
insider info.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Because I had seen that Detroit, New York, and Philadelphia were up for it.
Yeah. So it's going to be at Ford Field.
Look at the smack
Oh.
throwing it out.
Who's gonna go?
I'll be there.
I'll go.
Marty
I'll
Melton, we going, buddy? I'm going.
I'm going. Smack.
I mean, it's WrestleMania.
Who will?
That doesn't
It's
mean you
the
have
Super
to go. Are
Bowl.
you gonna go in
Yes,
there?
I will be there.
It is the Super Bowl of scripted sports.
Yes.
Who is gonna headline that match? You think? I know it's a long way away. Will it still be Lesnar?
Wait, what year is it?
This
2019.
2019.
Oh, 19. Oh, shoot.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's the one in New
Yeah.
Orleans is coming up, and then it'll be the one beyond. Okay,
Yeah, we're shooting a far away. Never mind.
yeah, that's way too hard to
Yeah, you're
armchair
right.
book.
I was
from
thinking
here.
it was gonna be this year coming. Yeah, that's way too far to figure that
I
one
mean,
out.
it is 35 years. It's could they convince The Rock?
Well, they do get The Rock to come back a lot. He does like those little piggyback
One-offs,
paychecks
right.
here and there. Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, but The Rock is too busy fighting
Tyrese?
rappers now.
Yeah.
Tyrese.
What? Hold on.
Why did Tyrese have to go on there crying about his baby?
Hold on. What are you talking about here?
Oh, Tyrese, who's a rapper, got on YouTube or something.
They
was
got beef.
He was
Yeah.
crying about, he's paying $13,000 a month in child support. He just wants his baby. He started crying. 50 Cent made fun of him.
Oh no.
The Rock listened to his latest album and said it was horseshit.
Oh,
And
no.
they've been killing Tyrese.
That's the Fast and Furious buddies, right? Aren't Tyrese
Yeah.
from that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't know-
Tyrese said if The Rock and Jason Statham get their spin-off movie, he's done.
Oh, because
And I'm like, really, dude?
this is all that's saving you, right? Yeah.
I think this is all kayfabe. I think it's all made up to drum up, interest in it. I think it's a few. Rockman's like,
But Rock
look,
said it
from my
sucked.
year,
When the hell did-
doesn't matter. He's playing the heel. He went to those guys and says, hey, this works in wrestling all the time. Let's have a fake feud to kind of keep the thing
Well,
going.
they are
and keep
piggyback
it-
But
buddies,
50
right?
Cent is like attacking everybody. 50 Cent is like a thug. He talks about you, your mama, everything.
50's like, I can't rap anymore. But I can punch you in your mouth, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna keep doing it.
50 look like a dude you don't want to mess with.
Oh yeah, 50's a big boy. Yeah, he can punch you pretty
You know,
good.
he was shot 9 times.
And he's still around.
Amen, amen.
If you didn't know that, because he's never.
I didn't know.
It's really low. He doesn't tell a lot of people about it.
Sarcasm. So you must have had him as a customer in your Uber. And he told you he got shot.
Yes.
But
yeah,
hey, times.
hey, let's
he
go back
opened
to
up
this.
me.
So you're telling me that Tyrese Gibson is his name, right?
Yes.
From Fast and Furious came out with another new rap CD?
Right. And
When
then
does this guy have
the Rock said it was horseshit.
Well, I bet.
It was horrible.
That's like Shaq Diesel coming out there song and I'm outstanding.
Yeah, Tyrese started as a model.
Well, I'm just telling you what happened, man.
Yeah, I'm with you a little bit on this. Might be a little bit of rock.
And he started crying about his baby
But-
and baby mama's unfair and the judge is unfair, all that kind of
But
stuff.
he can be replaced.
Oh yeah,
Tyrese.
Oh yeah.
In
Everybody
Fast
can
and
be
Furious.
except Vin Diesel. He can't be replaced.
yeah. No, you're right on that. Diesel's what's carrying Fast. Well, now if they're trying to make a new Rock and Statham push off, which have you ever watched the Fast and Furious, you guys?
Yes, I've seen
When's the
all
last
of
one
them.
you stopped?
I don't know, man. I don't even know the names. of them.
The Faithful Eight.
Walker was alive. I know that.
I
and
saw the
stopped.
Faithful Eight. Yeah, that was the last
Okay.
one I saw.
I didn't feel like crying when that dude died. And I was like, I'm good, man.
Hasn't
No,
everybody-
seven
hasn't
was actually a
everybody
good
seen
movie.
The Fast and Furious.
The first one was awesome, man. First one freaking rocked, right? First one was like, whoa,
because it was
cool.
it was a new genre. At the time, no one else was doing a movie like that.
Fast cars coming out, freaking neon lights, and it was sweet.
You know who they could get rid of in the Fast and Furious? The Rock.
Oh,
I
see,
know he's
hey,
kind
I'm
of
with you.
this, but I'm just kind of
Rock
saying,
is
really?
The Rock is Hollywood's teddy bear right now, man. They
Yeah, I
want
know,
him
but
everywhere.
He could be in something else.
Oh, I'm with you. I mean,
Well, I mean, he's in a couple other franchises, but the spinoff with him and Jason Statham, I think, will be a good branch off story because you still have his mother involved.
Okay. Do you watch Ballers?
No.
I checked it out. I've been watching. That's my new bucket list thing on my Fire Stick. I've been watching it. It's pretty good.
I like Ballers. I'm not into this. Let's get a franchise into Vegas. It's already been done. So that's what he's trying to do now.
Well-
but I like it. It shows the seedy side of athletics and what agents do and all that kind of stuff. I kind of dig it.
You bring up that you don't want football in Vegas,
No, I'm saying the storyline
yeah.
has already been done. So
but now we're gonna go venture off to it. You want a football team in Vegas?
it's already a football team in
Where?
Vegas. That's where the Raiders are going.
But they're. Oh yeah, that's right. They did freaking
Yeah.
go there.
Well,
Right.
welcome.
Well, they're still sitting in freaking Oakland, aren't they?
For 1
Yeah,
year.
Yeah,
no,
that's right.
2
They're
years.
They're
Two
the
more
Las
years.
Vegas
years,
Raiders
yeah.
now. You're right. I forgot.
May as well.
My bad. You're right.
The whole let's not have pro sports in Vegas is so outdated and so stupid now. We have this little thing called the internet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We have I can make a bet from my basement
But Terry, baseball would never go to Vegas.
Why not though?
because it's hot.
Oh,
In the
well,
summer.
Okay. Okay.
You don't want to play
Oh, I was
in
gonna say
In
120
100
degrees.
right.
But they have a team
Well,
in Phoenix.
They do. They have one in Phoenix.
Arizona.
They got a
I mean,
dome.
they have-
Arizona, but they put a dome over in Texas.
They
But
have
they
a
do
dome.
have the 51s, the minor league team that does play in Vegas outdoors.
See, I thought you
Yeah,
guys
but
were
nobody
gonna
goes to those games.
Okay, so if we do have sports teams in Vegas, can we please have sports books in towns with casinos with professional sports teams?
Yes, the casinos in Detroit should have sports books.
Yes.
It's ridiculous that they don't have them.
See, I thought you were going to venture more with the baseball in Vegas because
you-
you thought it'd be easier for them to bet on them and
The
cheat in them.
NBA should be in Vegas.
You can- you can-
That
Oh,
should have been the first
if
one.
anyone,
You can-
NBA should have been in there. For
You
hockey,
can bet
easily.
over at Caesars.
That's not in
Windsor.
Detroit.
Yeah, but,
Well, I-
but
Windsor.
can't you only do like
Well, according to
Detroit's
wait a minute,
not Windsor.
wait a minute. According to a former Detroit City Council, it's just across the street.
'Cause didn't I read something else?
but you can only do like parlays or something.
Right, a crazy 14
Right.
parlay.
And
Yes.
isn't something now with those DraftKings and all those teams that Michigan's one of the states that have to pay something back if you won? Am I right with that? I thought I saw.
I don't know
thought
how
I
that
read
works.
something on that.
I just know that I thought we were not supposed to have it, but then we can have DraftKings and all that stuff
Yeah.
now. People getting paid.
Hey,
Look, I just want to go down to MGM, sit in a big leather recliner, and watch a 100-inch display of NCAA March Madness and have all my tickets out in front of me.
You know, it's
making-
gonna cost you $500
yeah,
just to get
man.
that
See,
couch.
why?
But
Why?
I
You
just-
got that? You got that kind of cash?
Why though? Why?
I just get there early.
Why wouldn't you rather
No,
sit?
it's
They're gonna make you pay $500
yeah.
bucks to
Oh,
sit
really?
on that. Yes.
Why
Damn.
wouldn't you rather sit at your own house, have all your own food, a case of beer sitting right next to you, or other little fun stuff you want?
Because they'll
Your
bring me
buddies
my
ain't-
beer.
Have your buddy bring it to you if you bought it, made him all the food. I don't know.
But see, but in Michigan, you're not gonna get the free drinks.
That is they need to change that too. Free drinks and a sports book, and I will start going to the casino. You can have all my $100 every other month.
Still in Vegas for that couch, you got to pay $500 to $1,000 just to sit your ass on there, and they make you pay for your drinks.
Okay,
Just to
maybe
sit
not the
there.
couch, but at least in the room, and someone's bringing
Oh,
me
a
my
chair, $100
yeah,
bucks.
yeah, a hard ass chair.
You don't do it for free. You can sit around and look for free, but if you want a couch, it's gonna be $500 to $1,000.
Even if you're betting.
yes, yeah.
Look at
When did they change that? I've been to Vegas, and you just sit in the sports book and you with
I don't
your
know.
bets.
I was there 4 or 5 years ago, and during March Madness, these dudes are paying $1,200
Well, I'm pretty sure.
just for a couch.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
at certain times when you're right, March Madness
Mm-hmm.
time, Super Bowl, or some of the big events, prices everywhere in bars change, right? In Vegas, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
just-
so if I just go on like a really busy night sometime.
I mean,
when
no,
there's-
you can still sit down and in the regular seats,
You can
but
bet
to
for
have a
free,
nice
right.
cushy couch with a nice table and nice
Yeah, you
table
want to have your own
service.
stuff, you got to pay.
Yeah, some girl named Veronica coming up to you here and there.
Even
yeah, you gotta,
for what was those cabanas they have at the swimming pool?
Yep. You pay for that.
oh yeah,
That's
oh yeah.
$500 for that. For one of those little cabana things, you sit there with your
Do you get one frozen drink with it or no?
no.
Hell no, hell no.
No. You have to pay for the drink.
Yeah.
What they do is, I think they reduce. Like if you have to spend $500. If
At
you
least.
spend, yeah,
To get this chair.
right, to get this chair and to get this umbrella over your head, Vegas is making money on you, even when you don't gamble.
Yeah, damn straight. Is that why when people make a killing there at gambles, they give them the perks, or they want them? They want
Right.
that guy staying there, right?
Mhm.
I'm not a big
That's
gambler.
why.
so I have
That's
no
why they're
idea.
big shiny buildings in Vegas.
Yeah.
yes.
Right. It reminds me of one of my, and I think I told this story. You know, Jason Whitlock.
Yes.
Jason Whitlock was a friend of mine when he worked here in Detroit. Now he's on Fox Sports and he's pissing everybody off because he's so conservative.
Daily.
Pissing people off daily. This dude, we covered a fight. It was Mike Tyson. It was a Mike Tyson fight.
Baddest man.
So Jason, we'd have breakfast. It was me, him, and Mike Wilbon. We had breakfast
Wow.
every morning. Right, I know. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Got a little scrambled eggs
Yeah,
and stuff.
Wilbon, huh?
We stayed at the
Sweet.
MGM Grand. So anyway, Jason said he had never played craps before. He's going to play craps that night. I'm like, cool. So he told me, I'm going to do this. I haven't done this before, blah, blah, blah. So he goes and plays craps. Breakfast the next day. Man, I made a killing. I made $1,800 playing craps last night. Then he goes into, how did they build all these shiny buildings here? They just giving away money in Vegas. I said, Jason, you had a good night. You will give it back.
Yeah, yeah.
So Jason's like 6'4". He weighs like 500 pounds. The next day at breakfast, Jason comes in. I swear he's like 5'6". He's all hunched over, looking stupid and stuff. I said, dude, what happened? He said, man, I knew it was going to turn around. I lost my $1,800, and I lost $1,300 on top of that.
No.
So I looked at him. I said, this is how they build all these shiny buildings, and this is how they have all these lights because of dumbasses like you.
You'll get it next time.
That's why the
bud.
booze is free.
Yeah.
My brother was in Vegas for a wedding, and it was his wife's friend. So him and one of those other buddies went to go gamble a little bit before the wedding, and he said when she came down to say, "Hey, we gotta hurry up and get going to the wedding part. The wedding's about to start." He was up $980 bucks. I'm like, cool. I can cash out and be thankful for it. Well, he said, hold on, I'll be right there. End up missing the whole wedding and
Trying to get it back.
Didn't win $1. Lost it all.
I know this dumbass went to Vegas. He's walking out of Vegas with $2,500.
Oh my God.
This dumbass goes to the airport and loses all the money in the little stupid slot machines at the
So you
airport.
can gamble
Which
at the
is
airport.
only $1?
Yeah.
You can gamble at the airports in Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I said, how do you
Right
lose
at McCarran.
$2,500 at the airport, dude?
As soon as you
You're
get off the
stepping
plane.
out. You're right. You are done. You're done with Vegas. You're about to get on the plane and you messed up and gave a.
Their airport
All
has
that
dollar
money?
slots everywhere. You're telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah,
a
they do.
there's a skyway, and then along the
As soon
skyway
as you
there's
walk
slot
out the
machines.
plane,
Wow.
there they are.
Wow. Awesome.
Don't play them.
Oh no, I wouldn't. I would wait to get to the real stuff at least.
Right.
Again, I'm not a gambler. If I go to Greektown or anything, I play a couple dollar slots. I might go play Hold'em, maybe, but most of them there to have some booze and see if I want something. Maybe go to, Bazooki's after or something. I don't know. Yeah, just trying to be one of the boys.
Good for you. See, I don't like bazookies.
Oh,
the
geez.
strippers there are mean, man. They are
Not-
not nice.
Not throw a tip.
And they're not cute.
What? You didn't put a dollar bill in the mouth for him?
No, I put it in the little
Oh,
thing. But they're mean. Most strippers are really friendly. You know what they're there for. They're there to get your money, but they're supposed to give you a smile,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
a lie, and say
Oh, yeah.
you're cute,
Oh,
you
yeah.
smell
Oh, yeah.
good, and, if I wasn't stripping, you'd be my man.
You wanna
You know it's a
dance.
lie. But, man, at bazookies, they're just like, yeah, what do you want?
Shut up, give me your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to dance
Yeah,
now.
and then they dog you. You're in the strip club. Fuck, you should be with your wife. What are you doing here? Well, bitch, you're here.
You just sat down. Boom.
I'm
Want to
at
dance?
work.
Well, fucking give me a second or two. Geez, this guy's a piece of shit.
You should be with his wife and his kids and stuff. Well, bitch, I'm trying to help you out. Why you bitching at me?
exactly.
Helping you out through school.
Yeah, damn straight.
It's unbelievable. Anyway,
Oh,
you
but
listen
that
to
lie
the Terry
they
Foster
can keep up with.
Oh, yeah.
podcast with JD the Smack, Ryan, who
Hey.
we're looking for a nickname, and also E.Lund. I want to be able to compensate these guys, so we have a donation button at terryfoster.blog where you can listen to our podcast. Any donation would be appreciated. $1 to $1 million, Tom Gores, if you're listening, to help us keep going. We want to keep the podcast going. So if you enjoy the podcast and want to make a donation, please do that. terryfoster.blog, and I'm going to put some more blogs on there, and that's where our podcast can be heard. And supposedly, we're going to be on iTunes soon. Is that
iTunes
correct?
and on Stitcher Radio.
iTunes and Stitcher Radio. When's that going to happen?
Soon. Very
Soon.
soon. Very soon.
Very soon. All right. So make the donation button so I can help these guys. I want to thank them for trying to help me out.
And you can watch/listen on YouTube also.
YouTube.
And
One
the links
day-
are always on the blog.
Someday someone said, hey, You're going to make out with that girl. I said, when? They said, soon. So
What girl are you talking about? I'm behind now. You talking about the girl in the gym?
There's no girls in the gym. I'm taking lessons from you, bud.
I don't mess with anybody in the gym.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird is our workout partner. He's a little bit of a clown. He has no shame in walking up to
And you
women.
got to give the best. And everyone has to understand, honestly, this is a real human being, and his name is Larry Bird.
And he's not 6'9".
No. And he is
His
and he's
three-pointer
not, he's
sucks.
not even a tall white guy with a huge blonde afro with a mustache. He is a Italian Larry, I think, maybe, guy.
Short guy.
Yeah.
He's about, was he 5'7"?
Oh, yeah. Tree trunk arms, but I bet you can't shoot a rebound a ball. But his name is Larry Bird.
He boxes out. He's the Larry Bird of boxing out.
I don't even think he can box out. I don't.
No. He can work in the gym. He can lift.
Yeah.
I don't think he's athletic, though.
No. He can bowl. I heard he's a bowler.
Is he a bowler?
I know a couple people who open
Now,
the bowl.
there's a dude in the gym that's really athletic. He walks on his hands. Have you seen that guy?
I did see him.
Now, that's showing off.
No, keep that shit at home. Honestly, that's just stupid. I saw him too one day walking his hands. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? I'm labeling you with the guy who walks by the mirror and looks at.
Talking about my boy
hold
that's
on.
got the little hair.
So
and flips
we're
his
at
hair
the gym.
in the mirror.
We're at the gym Friday, and I look over and I see good old T. Foss over here take his shirt off and look himself in the mirror, and he's like, "Damn, I look good over here."
Nah,
I caught T. Foss over there checking himself out in the mirror. He one arm biflex looking.
I don't have any arms to show off. Bullshit, dude.
Oh, you guys.
I still got bird arms. No, but there was this one guy. He has his head shaved, but he has the side shave, but he has this. I don't know what you call it on top. It's like a.
Is it a mohawk?
Almost a mohawk, but he was flipping it, looking at
yeah.
himself in the mirror.
It's like the
flexing
Fabio
his muscles.
commercial. I can't believe it's not bothered.
And then we get this other jerk who decides in front of all the women, I'm gonna walk on my hands.
Yes.
Of course,
Yes.
as he's walking
Why?
on his
Exactly.
hands, he's looking in the mirror like,
yeah,
I'm a
there was no
tough
point
ass
of it.
dude.
Now, if he would have maybe threw a push-up in when he was walking, I might be like, "Hey, dude, you're pretty badass." He just walked on him. You know what? Show me
Why?
something. Exactly. Look at that.
Do you walk on your hands?
No.
Are you gonna try to walk on your hands?
No.
Exactly. I'm with you, bud.
Yeah, I
You know,
can't.
I'll fall, hit my head, CTE.
Nope.
That's right. You would be knocked out.
No, there's another sport that we.
I will be in a concussion protocol.
Absolutely. But this is the Terry Foster podcast. With
Don't
the
walk on your
Smack,
hands.
JD
Right.
and E.Lund.
PSA.
And if you're at the gym, ladies and gentlemen, do not walk on your hands because we'll talk about you like a dog.
Oh yeah.
Terry Foster here for the Terry Foster podcast here with JD the Smack, Ryan,
What up, fella?
and E.Lund.
Yellow.
And gentlemen, we live in a really, really messed up time. We got North Korea with Kim Jong-un, who wants to blow up the United States. And we got all these crazy asses that want to shoot up people run trucks into people and all this kind of stuff.
Toyota trucks.
Well, no, it was Home Depot.
Hey,
But that was a Toyota.
Yeah.
All right, whatever it was.
Toyota
Jay-
is like their favorite car brand. I'm not kidding.
Oh, they don't want to go American. That's probably why.
but we also have
Toyota had to denounce it. In fact,
Yes.
it was so prevalent that they had to issue a statement.
Because all the little videos you see is a Toyota truck.
Right. All right,
Yes.
Smack, what scares you most, North Korea or the terrorists?
Well, listening to your stories about the gym might be added to that list.
Hey,
you
trust
got
me,
you got creeper dudes on their
you're
hands.
gonna have a good time at the
Creepers are
gym.
harmless.
Yeah,
They're harmless.
I would actually I would say terrorism still scares me more than North Korea.
All right, man. Nuclear weapons scare the hell out of me.
oh,
Well,
yeah.
you might be too young for this. Anybody remember The Day After?
Yes, with Jason Robards.
Yes, that movie scared the bejesus out of me.
Yeah, but it's a movie, though.
But it was still scary.
Isn't it crazy though that some of these movies now are coming a little bit to reality a little bit now?
Right, absolutely.
I mean, now again, you say North Korea and terrorism. I'm gonna piggyback with Smack on the terrorism because also I just read something that isn't Saudi Arabia. Didn't they just try some missile thing a couple days ago? They were just trying to shoot.
yeah,
some
but
missiles.
Saudi Arabia won't mess with us.
No, we buy a lot of their oil. so-
Iraq
Right.
will, right, and North Korea will. See, I lived during the Cold War, where we thought there was going to be nuclear battle, war between the Soviet Union and the United States. We had the Cuban Missile Crisis. We had all kinds of stuff, and it was scary. Nothing ever happened. We didn't blow up the world, but you would always hear these things. You know, Russia and the United States have enough missiles to blow up the world 10 times over.
Yeah.
But
Now, we
there's
got this fool.
There is a big difference between now and the events you just mentioned, like the Cuban Missile Crisis. There were people who were very good at politics and diplomacy in charge. That's not so much what's going on today.
Why do you say
We
that?
got Donald Trump, who's crazy. And I've heard they've taken the codes away from him at night. They don't want him to wake up.
Come on.
Say, "Ah, let me
Now,
just
hey,
blow up
do you
North
really
Korea."
believe he's crazy, or do you really believe honestly that he is for the better good of the United States?
He's
of America?
crazy.
Why? Why?
Because he says stuff. All he has to do is not piss off this guy from North Korea.
Yeah, but-
what does he do? I think I'm just gonna fuck with him today.
Well, I get what, yeah, he's an arrogant billionaire prick, okay? But for our president to fail, we all fail. And I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to be the biggest in the room and say, you're going to do this? Well, guess what? We're going to do this, and we can make our missiles come to you. Our missiles will get to how far you are.
Yeah, but that's not the way the world works.
But
Just
hey-
working unilaterally like that.
This guy is a dude who doesn't want to work with anybody. Look what he does to his own people, his own family. He kills them. He beheads them.
Some of
He
that's
don't want to work with anybody.
but some of that's propaganda too.
What? That Dennis Rodman
he's
over there
still-
says Dennis Rodman because Dennis Rodman said he's all right guy?
Well, send Dennis
Not
Rodman
saying
over
Dennis
there.
Rodman. Not saying Dennis Rodman.
Because the worm said he's all right. He's like, hey, man, he's a misunderstood dude.
Well, he is up for. Never mind.
Yeah.
It was a joke in there, but I was like, nah, I can't do that.
Well, funny you should mention Dennis Rodman. Before he went to North Korea, I ran into Dennis Rodman at the airport at LAX. We had some vacation. He was coming over from China. He was flying back. I don't think he was flying to Detroit. He was flying to Texas.
Was that when they had that? He sent the whole team, or a bunch
No,
of people
this
go
is
there?
before
Okay,
that.
okay.
He said there's a lot of money to be made in Asia, and he said that he's going to go over there, play basketball, and make a lot of money. So I thought, well, he's going to join the league and everything. Next thing I know, this fool's in North Korea.
Yeah.
So obviously he got paid to do whatever he did in North Korea.
Brought some basketball players, and they all of a sudden said, whoa, what do we get ourselves into?
This place is weird.
Yeah, they hurt and backpedaled real quick, right? I mean, there's some dudes going, what do we get ourselves into, Dennis?
But here's what I don't understand. The United States is badass. We got a leader who's a little bit crazy, and in some ways that's good.
I wouldn't say crazy. I don't think it's a mental health thing. He's just incompetent.
Okay, I'm
Right,
not
see,
saying
again, how do you
crazy
say
is a
that?
mental
How
health.
do
I'm
you
just
say-
saying this dude's a fool.
How do you
Okay,
say,
I'll give you that.
I don't get how we. All right, I'm not going to sit here.
So why would you want to lob missiles at the United States, knowing what we're going to do?
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense to me.
I'm-
But this threat doesn't go away. China has said if he sends the first missile over, they're going to stay out of it. If we send the first missile, China and Russia are going to get involved.
With what? With him? With
Yeah.
piggybacking with us?
No. With them. They're going to have to fight us.
Wow. I mean, that's a scenario that the U.S. does not want to be in. We don't want to have, in my opinion, Russia scares me more than North Korea, honestly. Russia scares me more. I think their leader is a little bit more.
Oh, he's
savvy.
An oligarch, that's for sure.
He puts more. This
kills
North Korea
people.
guy reminds me of like we say the bully guy who was in high school who got to be a cop. This is who North Korea guy reminds me of. He has all this power and he's just this little turd who just thinks he can do whatever he wants. And guess what? He really can't.
Why is the turd standing up to the United States then? That's a suicide mission.
Because we are the biggest thing. You don't want to go against the smallest. The one was the biggest.
Yeah, but if I'm China, I could understand
You're
it.
not
If
North
I'm Russia,
Korea.
I can understand. This
You're
is North Korea.
Yeah, you're because he thinks he is. Am I going to use this name and sound like a? Does he think he's Hitler? I mean, is that who the guy think he is? Does he think he's just that? He's the god?
Well, he is the supreme leader in his country.
Yeah.
Nobody can say anything about him without getting killed.
What will happen to him? Will it be the same fate that did to him? Will one of his own people take him out, or will it be America? Because me, I look at his own people take him out one day.
Because his father lasted all these
You're
years
you're right about that.
before he
You're right.
passed away.
No, you're
He's
right.
got all that military behind
But the
him.
people aren't going to take him out because they're trained from early on that America is awful and
Yeah.
evil. It's institutionalized.
His army, but there is civilians in there who want America, who are getting their ass beat, who are getting tortured by this guy who doesn't want America's help. They do. There is people in there.
But they can't get close to him.
Exactly, and you're absolutely right.
And those dudes, have you seen his generals or his soldiers? They have so many buttons.
yeah.
They have more buttons on their coats than anybody
Oh
else.
yeah.
They're
So
all
you
like
can't get close to them.
they're like all the waiters from Office Space. Say they all have all that flair everywhere.
Right.
But when you sit here and talk about terrorism here, so we're gonna go back. Yeah, it is terrorism because also it's called in-home terrorism, and we have that here.
That is terrorism too. Las Vegas. They're
Right.
not calling it a terrorist attack.
But it was.
But to me, that
damn
was terrorism.
Damn straight it was.
Of course.
You know,
Damn
New
straight it
York.
was. Yeah.
The incident in Texas, the incident in Orlando, the incident.
Our schools shooting everything. They're terrorist attacks.
Are you talking
That's
about the
what people
incident
do.
outside of San Antonio?
Yes.
Yeah, didn't something just happen today?
Yeah,
right?
27 people killed in a church.
Yeah, awesome. I mean,
Can't even go to church now.
yeah, I mean that's
Well, you couldn't go to church a few years ago where the white supremacists walked in and gunned down 9 people.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But if you lob a missile over here, hundreds of thousands of people will be killed and injured.
Do you think the missile would get here? Honestly, I don't know.
But the missile doesn't need to get here to involve the United States. They have the capability of firing a missile into Japan, and due to treaties, if someone has aggression against Japan, the United States is obligated to help defend
Right.
Japan.
We're in it.
And that's what I look
Yep.
at. I'm with you. I look at he's not going to get a missile, in my opinion, to even make it here. And if he does, it's going to get shot down. What he's going to do is go after someone who America's going to get involved with, right? Someone
Right.
weaker. And
But even if he shoots off a missile and we intercept it and all that crap filters
it's
down
in
to the
air.
United
I'm
States,
with
it's the
you.
same thing. It's
Yeah.
almost the same thing. You won't die immediately, but you might die 2-3 weeks
Yeah.
later.
Now, why is that? Like, and is it more media and everything? Why is it that all this missile talk and shit is so big now? Like, why is it that everyone's so?
Because you have a guy there who's threatening to shoot it.
But
Over here.
it seems like we have us, we have North Korea, we have Russia, we have Iraq. Everyone's talking about a missile. Why? It's weird to me.
They don't like us.
Before it was, my troops come over there, your troops, we're gonna fight, kick some ass, figure out what happens.
Technology.
Yeah. But it's sort of like in everyday life. When I was a youngster and I had a beef with somebody, let's get the
It was
fist
your
going.
fist.
I'm going
It
to
was
beat
your
your
fist.
fucking
It
ass.
was
I'm
your
going to punch
fist.
you in the
Damn
nose.
straight.
Now you get your ass shot.
Or it's you and 4 of his buddies and a bat and yeah, damn straight.
Right.
No, you're right. No one wants to pick up these bad boys and go at it anymore.
I'll take my chances with the 4 boys in the back than the gun.
Well, you're absolutely
Because
right.
the gun
Well,
just popped me
yeah,
right in the
you're
face.
absolutely
I'm
right.
done.
You're absolutely right.
True.
So, I mean, everything changes. That's why we technology has to improve, technology has to do this and everything. But when it improves, it makes the world more dangerous.
So, but boom, you about said the word I just said. Is technology more hurtful than good?
It depends on how you look at it. For instance, let's look at the phone technology. It used to be if the police killed somebody, it was their word against the dead person. Now you're getting it on tape. And I know some people say, well, don't tape that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You tape it because we want to see what happened.
Yeah.
So technology, is that good or is that better? In that instance, I think it's better. Sometimes we get to see what people are doing. Now, people misuse technology. You have these dumbasses who beat somebody up and then pee on them and then put it on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. Technology allows you to be ignorant also.
And it's also, when you say about posting those videos, is that sites let you see those. Like, they know it's funny that you can have a post about you ripping on someone, and it'll say Facebook, takes it down. But there's a video of someone getting their ass beat in a park, and they're like, we're going to let everyone watch this because, you know what? This is going to get conversation going and circle going and keeping divide, if you want to say.
We'll get more followers.
Yeah, and boom.
Absolutely. Smack, is technology helping or hurt us?
Oh, it's helpful because in so many areas you don't know where the country or individuals would be without that technology. Yeah. I mean, you said about the phones. You look at 20 years ago, you didn't have video on phones.
Oh, no way. Mm-mm. They were the car phone coming out of the big old pouch.
Right, absolutely.
You know?
And that thing malfunctioned half the time. But if you didn't have technology, we wouldn't have North Korea. We wouldn't be worried about them.
But also, no, I mean it would be a different. The threat would be a different type. It wouldn't be missiles. It would be probably germ warfare.
Also, though, with technology on the up is people's. I look at health. Hospitals being able to get prosthetic arms or legs now, or help people with cancers and stuff like that. That technology has
infant mortality is at an all-time low. It is so rare to hear that someone died in childbirth now.
Right,
and that's because of technology.
Unless you're poor.
Yeah, well, I'm
you
with
look
you
at
100%.
You look at the number of premature births that the baby survived because of
neonatal care.
Yeah, neonatal care.
Yep.
So it's a good thing.
Yeah, those are the good things that are the bad things.
With everything good, there is some bad.
And I think honestly, one huge topic that is terrible for technology is the child trafficking. And I think it is freaking huge. It has taken over the United States, and I think now with technology, it is an easier way for sick people, pedophiles, people who traffic children, get their hands on them. And us in Michigan, we are up there at number 2, and that is a scary freaking thing to think about.
But even forget the child thing. There is supposedly human trafficking with the nail salons and everything. They get people from Korea and the
massage
Middle
parlors
East,
and all that.
Massage
art.
Oh yeah. They have to pay their way out of bondage.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
And our women are going over there getting their nails done.
Oh yeah.
But some places are clean, some places are not. So you don't know
what's what.
It's sort of like when the person begs for money in the street. Do you give it to them because they really need it, or are they running a scam? We don't know. It's the same with the nail salons. They might be legit. It may not be.
It's very hard for me to give it now. I'm not going to lie. A guy I used to always give it up to was Eat 'em Up Tiger guy. Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Eat 'em Up Tiger. Eat 'em.
You got
used to
hit
always
by
give
a
it to
truck?
him. Yeah, very sad. Used to always give it to him because, he felt like he was doing something. He was a nice guy, yada, yada. But nowadays, kids, and I know from painting a home that these kids, this is their job. These kids go out in the Brighton. So we're talking about Brighton, where I was working out this. And
They beg for money in Brighton?
Terry, I was painting this home out there, okay? So I'm getting back by the expressway, and there's this kid sitting there, 20s, okay? His sign, need food, yada, yada. And I know earlier in the day that the house I'm painting it, their kid and his girlfriend do this as a job, make $250 a day.
Damn.
So I'm sitting here and I'm at this light. I'm about to get an espresso. I'm looking at this kid, looking at the sign. I'm going, you're standing in front of a Taco Bell that easily says now hiring. It frickin' says now
96, I know
hiring.
exactly where you're at.
So I roll my window down and he comes creeping up to my window. Puts his hand out. I said, hey man, just so you know, the Taco Bell right behind you is hiring.
Yeah.
He didn't. That didn't faze him. It was, I want your money right now because that's hiring to me.
Yeah, I saw this dude. I was driving down Woodward, and there is a White Castle on Woodward and Coolidge. And this dude had this sweet-ass vest, this nice hat, begging for money. And I was like, damn, man, you got a sweet-ass vest. I wouldn't mind having that. So he wanted some money and stuff. I wouldn't give it to him. I saw him go behind the White Castle, pull out a bunch of cigarettes, had a nice, sweet-ass lighter, one of those lighters where you could burn up a house, pulls that out. I said, dude doesn't need money.
Scamming.
Or go flip some burgers.
Yeah, damn straight.
And he was in great shape. He was like 6'3", probably 210 pounds. Looked like he was at the gym every day.
Awesome.
I don't trust beggars anymore. And
Was he doing handstands? Was he walking on
He
his
did
hands?
not do handstands.
You can tell who really needs it, right?
Mhm.
They're not going to beg you for it.
No.
They're not going to beg you for it. They're going to be appreciated that you gave them something. And those are the people that, hey man, I don't have a lot of money in my life, but guess what? If I have something, I see you, I'm gonna give it to you. You don't need money. I might give you a burger. I might give you a sandwich.
Here,
I might
let me give you a little piece. Here's the biggest scam. When a guy comes around and says, my car broke down. I went to the auto place and they said the part is $8.43.
Yeah.
And so can I borrow $8.43? First of all, you believe the story, and he's not asking for $50. He's not asking for 20. He's asking for the exact price of supposedly this thing. So you kind of buy it.
So
And then they take 8, and you're going to give them 10. You're not going to ask for change back. So that's how they make their money.
Oh yeah, back at this is back at Comerica Park when you're allowed to have cigarettes out there, and so it's over 7.5 years because I haven't had a cigarette in that long. Smoking a cigarette outside, guy comes up, and he's trying to panhandle, asking me his money. Said he just got out of jail, had this picture, said it was his daughter. Brought up a kid, so you're right away. Had his daughter, need to get money, yada yada. And I
And
said,
you're getting droopy eyes. Like,
yeah.
man.
Gave him $5. Said, hey man, don't get a beer. I shit you not. The minute that game was over, I seen him at the corner drinking a beer. Shit you not. And
Right.
I told myself from that day, nope. That's why the only Eat 'em Up Tiger was the only guy. Only guy I ever gave money to.
Wow.
The ones that really infuriate me are people who pose as veterans.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Being a veteran, it really pisses me
With
off.
one leg. They really get you.
Because I know all they have to do is go down to the John Dingle VA Medical Center.
And they're taken care of.
Yes, fill out the right paperwork, and they will help you out. There are so many services they will provide veterans there if you legitimately want help. So either you don't want help, or you are scamming and you are using the veteran card to do that, and that really
Double dipping
pisses
the
me
Well,
Well,
off.
I will tell you, I have a little story about people playing the veteran card. There's a park that they meet in downtown Detroit, Paradise Valley, and what they do is they pass out little American flags.
Oh, that's an old one.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody gets a section because the beggars know the white people love the American flag, so you'll give them money. So what they'll do is they have the little American flag on
You
the
love the American
toothpick.
flag too?
Well, not enough to give you $5.
Well, I'm not giving you $5 either. I'm not
what
for
they
a
do
toothpick flag.
Is
right?
they get the little toothpick flag and say, "Hey, I'm a veteran. Can you help me out?"
Yeah.
And they know they're going to get money.
Oh yeah.
But they have sections doled out, and I've heard the guys come there on a Friday on the bus, spend all weekend downtown Detroit, trying to get white folks to give them money because of the American flag. Then they take the bus back to the suburbs Sunday night. So they have like a little weekend gig.
Yes. So I used to live in New Center, didn't have a car, had to ride the bus. So I'm sitting, waiting for the bus in front of the CVS on Woodward, just north of the boulevard. I am the only white person out of probably 10 people waiting for the bus.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, a white guy down there, you didn't get beat up?
No, I
Route
never had
53,
any
what would
issues.
happen?
But this guy, he's got the flags. He beelines right to me. He does not look at anyone else.
Right.
He doesn't bother with anyone. He comes straight to me with the flag on the toothpick thing.
they cater to white folks. They go right after white folks. They say, there's a white guy. He loves the American flag. He'll give me some money.
To which I told him, I'm sorry, you've made the mistake of thinking I'm some dumb suburbanite. I know better.
Yes,
I
you
actually
did.
live in this neighborhood.
Did they ever get you with the card scam in the back of the bus?
No.
No, you never. Okay.
No, never saw that.
They
The
could
three
get
card
Ryan.
money.
What? What's this?
They have this card game on the back of the bus.
Okay.
So what they do is shuffle the cards up, and there's
Like in
the aces.
like in Mo Money, the movie
Yeah.
back. Okay.
So if you get the right card, you win $20.
Yeah.
But you got to put $5 in.
Yeah.
And they're so fast and everything, and they do sleight of hand. You get it right the first couple of times, but then the ante is up to like $20. Then you never get it, and they get all your money back.
So can you win and cash out?
No.
Hell no. Yeah. He makes you stay
No.
in there. Yeah, he makes you stay in there, right? Okay.
No, but it's always on the back of the bus. Smack, have you been had by the
No, I
card?
haven't been had. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen on the Dexter bus before.
Oh, yeah, you know what's happening. Yeah, doing the Dexter bus, the Grand River bus, the Woodward bus.
Also, the people that pay money is people playing an instrument. Playing-
You
Buskers.
get money?
Oh, if you're playing something, I'll give you $1 in your thing.
But
Yeah.
if you can't play, I'm not giving you anything. If
Yeah.
you're just blowing the horn like,
Well, so are we talking about the guy who's sitting there beating the 5-gallon Home Depot bucket, acts like he's
No.
doing something
those
great?
guys are good, though.
But there's
Yeah.
one guy who can't do a damn thing, and he's acting like he can. And it's like, dude.
But they
it's 'cause
flip the
guy-
stick up in the air
Yeah.
and everything, blah,
But
blah,
see,
blah.
I remember seeing the Bucket Boys in Chicago for the first time. I was like, these guys are actually good. So everybody I see with a bucket, I compare to these guys.
So that's the first time I saw buckets, too, was in Chicago, the Bucket Boys. They're the first
And
one.
and if you're not on that level, sorry, you got to keep walking.
Okay. Bucket boys.
But
huh?
I think our Bucket Boys here in Detroit, outside Comerica, are pretty good.
There was a father-son combo last year that I saw that was freaking awesome. There was always one guy I see who's by the Fox Theater part right there, who's terrible. He's by himself, and he is doing the same damn beat over and over, and all he's trying to do is make fun of you walking by, thinking he's such a funny guy.
Oh,
Yeah, you're probably, and I know what I'm talking about, huh?
there you go.
Yeah,
Walking with your honey, but you know you ain't funny.
Yeah.
That dude, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Oh, you know what? I do.
Boom, boom, boom,
Cheese
boom,
ball
boom, boom,
clown. You're
boom.
like, dude, you can keep my $1, man. Get out of here.
They talk about your bald spot
Yeah,
and,
whatever.
and your jeans and all that kind of stuff.
Man.
So it's like Don Rickles out
Yeah,
Yeah. Fake Don Rickles.
the black Don Rickles, who doesn't wear a shirt most of the time.
Chris
No.
Tucker, something like that then. Making
No,
fun
because
of
I remember walking past him like, dude, no, it ain't happening today.
So back on something, let's go with your terrorists a little bit, okay?
Okay.
So if we're so feared by them, where's places you won't go because of them anymore?
I haven't changed my life because of terrorists.
Okay.
Now, I'm looking around on the plane when I'm at the airport. I'm vigilant. I'm looking at you. If you look funny, I'm gonna report your ass.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
What about you?
Other than that, no.
There's nowhere that I won't go. But like Terry said, I am checking people out.
Yeah, I'm definitely checking, and I don't know if I care about going to sporting event. I know sporting events haven't been hit as much, but it's like, you know what? I just don't know if I really care that much anymore.
And
Just
you
be-
know they want to hit an American sporting
damn
event.
straight they do, and it's crazy to me. I don't want to say it's crazy to me because it's the last thing I want. I feel our security is not the greatest when you go into.
It's
I mean,
not. They get some guy named Clyde.
yeah,
who's working for
Comerica
minimum
Partners
wage.
says there and open this up. All right, you're good. Go on through. And it's like, I don't know, man, he might have something on around his ankle or something. I don't know. It just,
Right.
I just.
I mean,
Some
but-
places you can still go in. There's no security checks.
Right. I mean, but do we want to turn sporting events into TSA?
Yes.
yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
We've had
Because give
had
me one time the TSA actually caught something.
We've had movie theaters. We've had marathons. We've
When's the
had
last time we had a plane hijack?
hotels. We've had airplanes. We've had dance clubs. They want a sporting event.
Mm-hmm.
They want a World Series. They want a Super Bowl. They want
there. A WrestleMania.
They want them.
Right.
You tell me they don't? They do. I mean, that guy who they said the Vegas shooting, he had another Chicago one that was going to be a big thing that was set up.
At La-
Smack.
Lollapalooza.
What's the advantage of not having strict security outside.
I'm not
of
saying
sporting
not
events.
having
that's
strict
what you
security.
said.
No, I'm not saying having strict security.
You
I
wanna
don't
put your
want-
hand up.
I don't want security theater, and that's what I think the TSA has become, security theater. You know,
Do you feel safe when you get on the plane?
yeah.
Bam. That's it. If they weren't there, I wouldn't feel safe.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't feel safe.
If we didn't have TSA, you could just march on the plane. I'm good.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying you could march on the plane, but I'm saying the security theater. I mean, you throw your hands up, you get the naked body scanner. It just
All right, when's the last time your ass was hijacked?
never.
Never. You know why? Because of TSA.
No, it's not because of TSA.
Then why is it? Don't
If
roll your head around. Tell me, why have you never been hijacked?
if TSA
Because my
wasn't
flights are uneventful
if
flights.
TSA wasn't there, we'd be hearing a lot more airplanes.
Yes, you will. But
And your ass would have been hijacked by now.
no, I probably would have did passenger 57.
I mean, I will say, as much
Okay,
as we
Wesley
probably,
Snipes.
as we probably think,
Always
Wesley
bet on
Snow,
black.
I always bet on black. Passenger 57 is awesome. As much as we think that sporting events aren't that much, secured, they must be. Because trust me, right? We both say they probably would have got into them.
No, they
probably
do a pretty good
yeah.
job.
I'm pretty sure they watched what is going on, and I think sporting events are probably the main thing that terrorists want to get into because that's where a lot of people. I mean,
Right.
how many people are in the big house? A lot. It's a lot of people.
108,000.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
And a terrorist could
But
have.
it's not just the people, the ticket takers that are looking out.
Damn straight.
The police have these gadgets that detect poison. They detect other stuff, so they're around the perimeter
Yeah.
too. So we're being watched by more than just the TSA ticket takers.
Here tomorrow.
Smack, you don't want them to go.
Well, it's not that I don't want them to. I just
That
don't.
sounds like it.
No, I just don't. I don't want sporting events to become metro at Thanksgiving.
Oh, you're crazy. If you think at Thanksgiving the security's not up and rocking, that thing, and we need it though. I'm sorry, this is the world that we're in now. It is. It's
My
But we-
child is flying back home for
I-
Thanksgiving, so
I-
you could take all TSA. Forget you.
Well, no, she's flying out of a decent airport, SFO.
Okay, that could be penetrated.
I want good security everywhere I go. I just do.
I want my child back safe.
But if we're
straight.
actually going to have security, we should actually go full blown and profile people, just like the airline El Al does. You get profiled. Why are you coming? Who you with? Question. Then you're allowed to on the plane. We don't do that. Have you packed your bags? Yes. Can you raise your hand?
yeah, but
so
you
we
know,
can
if you
make
do
a
that,
bag
they're
for you?
only going to stop Muhammad. They're not going to stop Leslie or Larry or something
How
like
many?
that.
How,
Many
wait a
of
minute,
our
when was
terrorists.
the last time planes were attempted hijacked? Who did the hijacking?
Wow.
Well, I understand, but look at the terrorists
It wasn't-
we have in the United
it
States.
wasn't
They're
Shaquan.
They're American citizens. Shaquan did go over to Saudi Arabia, got her ass caught, and is in jail right now. I just saw a thing on ABC. Shaquan tried it,
Right, but
and
if
she
you
got caught.
profile people, then Shaquan is going to be like, well, I got a free pass now because they're never going to look for me.
You look at everybody. I mean, that's what they say. Who's the biggest who's the biggest thief in the stores? It's the old person stealing those batteries and stealing shit that they don't need to.
Right.
You watch everybody a little bit. And in the airport, I'm sorry if it's profiling. You watch them just a little bit more. Just simple as that, man. I'm
Well, see,
sorry.
my thing is this: if you're going to do it for everybody.
No, yeah.
or don't
No,
do it-
you're saying profile. You said don't look
Yes.
at the blondes.
No.
Shit, man. When I went to the airport last year, I was searched like no other. My
And it's-
baby formula was checked. I had beach sand in a bag from the beach. There
And
was,
you know what I say? Good.
that's what I said. I was like, whatever,
And as
dude.
somebody
I
who
said,
Your
gets-
ass could be a
well, I said
terrorist
search
too.
it all you want. It ain't gonna bother me no bit.
And
Whatever.
as somebody who gets pulled off to the side for enhanced screening, I'm tired of it.
Right.
Well, all I know is I have that thing. What's that called?
Pre-check.
Pre-check. Yeah. I can go in with my shoes on, all that kinds of stuff.
Hey, rock and roll.
All right. Terry Foster podcast here. Everybody be safe. And do not profile Shaquan.
You don't like the prestige that I have in life. You don't like the notoriety. You detest the fact that I got more cars than most of you have friends. I got a big house on the big side of town. I got life pretty much the way I want it.